Not only was the toilet handle broken on this, but the ballcock was leaking. I'm pretty sure that this pink rubber flapper that was sticking to the flush valve was the reason why the black rod broke on the toilet handle. If you don't know how to repair your own toilet yet, stick around and you're gonna learn how to save a ton of money by doing these repairs yourself. After shutting off the water, we're gonna remove the flapper out of it and inspect it. And yeah, it's a bunch of muck on the bottom of it, causing it not to seal properly and also to stick to the flush valve. The flush valve is the part where it sits on. Removing the toilet handle nut, it's a reverse thread. That means righty loosey, lefty tighty. I'm not a huge fan of these universal toilet handles because they are a little bit tricky to figure out, but they definitely work in a pinch if you don't have the right handle on hand. You can put these things on all different configurations of toilets and you can bend them and adjust them and put them into the position that works for your toilet. If you can find a metal handle with a metal rod, it's definitely better. Even after installing these a few times, it still always takes me an extra 5 minutes to figure out how to put this thing together. Now, toilet flappers need to be replaced roughly every 5 years or so. They're sitting under water that's filled with chlorine and minerals and bacteria and everything, so it's pretty common that they go bad. And when they start running, they jack up the water bill because somebody has to pay for that water. There are going to be 2 plastic wings that stick out of the flush valve. You need to put the holes of the flapper through there to secure it on, and then you need to adjust your chain length. You want the flapper to be pretty tight with the chain. You don't want it to be all loosey-goosey. Once you have it set correctly, just snip off the extra. Now it's time to get rid of this old ballcock. Ballcocks were the staple fill valve for toilets for a very long time, and they're still really good product. They've definitely fallen out of favor in my area, I think due to the fact that there are just way cheaper alternatives. But I do know some ballcocks that are still in operation after 30 years and going strong. After removing the water hose and the nut that secures the ballcock, the way these worked is the ball on the right would rise as the water level in the back of the toilet rise, and it would shut off a valve at the top of the cock. That's the straight piece coming out of the toilet. We're going to replace it with a standard Fluid Master fill valve. Reconnect our connections under there. Make sure you put the gasket on the fill valve, otherwise you'll have a leak. This black tube is very important. You need to make sure you install this. That way your toilet can wash the bowl a little bit after each flush. Sometimes there's a hole to insert it to. Sometimes you need a clip for it. And after that, you're pretty much done. Just turn your water back on, and we're going to need to adjust the water level. Instead of a ball, there's a cylinder float on these things, and when you lift up the arm, it'll shut the water off. You'll need to adjust the water level here. There's a little plus and minus arrow, and you want to make sure that water level does not exceed the overflow tube. You can see here that water level is rising, 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 and it's just about to go over that overflow. You do not want that. That's one of the things that can cause a running toilet. There's also a larger adjustment on the base of this thing that you can do. If this knob is not enough of an adjustment, you can raise the entire thing up and down with that locking ring. If you found this tutorial helpful, be sure to smash the follow button because I upload daily repairs, and if you live in a home, you may need them one day.